Hello, honorable members of the class, so welcome to my YouTube channel. I told you tonight it's going to be a little bit busy because South Africa, sometimes it becomes alive at night, nocturnal type of situation. But anyways, guys, I must admit this because every time when I am listening to Ndlozi, I get more and more impressed. And I just realized that this is what we've been, not that we've missing, because we did not know we have a brain like this. We have this type of brilliance. We lost that brilliance, unfortunately, for little over a decade. It was contributed elsewhere, being wasted, put in the shadows, and probably even made to feel small in some instances because he had sacrificed this amazingness that I am seeing out of him. I've always seen the potential in him, and I was not surprised to see him academically go all the way and hit through the ceiling and became a PhD holder. Why? Because you could tell the potential in him. Even when he was a little kid, I think it was an SABC interview, you could tell that this young man is going somewhere. But also, intelligent people can be fools and can be fooled. As long as somebody that is overcompensating one way or the other, they are boisterous, they are loud, and they think they are the boss. And probably you always had some sense of low self-esteem. Maybe because you are so intelligent that people did not make friendship with you because they felt stupid around you. And now you compromise, and you not only compromise, you also downgrade yourself so that people can accept you. And that's what I think happened when he joined Julius Malema, the boisterous. Those... But that's not the point that I'm trying to say in this video. You know, I was listening to him when he was talking about how we South Africans, I love the way he put it, that Muanazi is South Africans. I just said that in my previous video. Muanazi is South Africans. Muanazi let in the people of South Africa about something serious that is going on in our country. Things that are not supposed to be happening, particularly by the departments that are supposed to curb things of this nature, where you have our security cluster, in my opinion, that has been compromised by crime syndicates, drug cartels, you name them. And Muanazi risked his life. He even goes as far as saying, Muanazi, in all honesty, and it's in the interest of justice as well, to refer to him as a whistleblower. I never saw that. I never saw him as a whistleblower. And that is very true. By true definition of what Muanazi did on the 6th of July, 2025, that was whistleblowing. That a whistleblower does not, I think before they actually blow the whistle, they do try going through the right channels. I mean, if we look at Babita Diakoran, she went through the right channels. She spoke to some traitor of a lady, and that traitor then told the people that ended her life. Why? Because she thought she was doing the right thing by following the right channels. Muanazi understood that very well, that if I go through these channels, of which he did, by the way, because early this year when Parliament opened, he was there and tried to expose what is being going on about Brian Mukhotsi as well as the police minister then. What did Julius Malema say? What did he do? Didn't he see that as a mess? I'm just wondering. So now Ndlozi comes back and says that what Muanazi did was not a mess. Muanazi exposed the mess. Very funny. how I was saying in my previous video that Julius Malema is playing reverse psychology on South Africans. And then I listened to Ndlozi and I'm like, you and I see eye to eye in many things, Mr. Ndlozi. And I'm beginning to realize why I'm getting more and more impressed with you since you left the cult. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So if you are wondering, what on earth, Clancis, are you talking about? Can we hear this thing that is gotten you all impressed by Ndlozi? Yeah, definitely. You're going to hear the clip. I just wanted to let you know, guys, that I am impressed. I get impressed by intelligence. If one thing that I am most impressed about, and I always say to you guys, I am not the smartest person. I'm not. The reason why I talk the way I do is because I got this brain since I was a little kid that goes ahead of everything. By the time I blink, my brain blanked a long time ago. By the time I am writing things, sometimes if I write something, you would actually be like, excuse me, what is this person saying? That's because in my head, all those missing sentences are there I'm thinking I've written them, but I have not. Why? Because my brain is like gone. So to catch up on it, I ask questions. That's how I slow it down. I ask questions that I think are critical to ask in the hope that somebody smart out there will take it upon themselves humbly and say, Clancis, let me educate you. Oh, I am very wide open to that because you are adding. And I always believe that nobody is born intelligent. Intelligence is an accumulation of knowledge. As long as you open yourself up to knowledge. That is how I know what I know, because I ask stupid questions. Some people are kind enough to say there's no such a thing as a stupid question. But to me, it's like, it sounds stupid, but hey, I'll ask it anyway. You know, so that's how I learn. And people like Ndlozi, a whole lot of people, Olukona Mguni, you name them, I become in awe, like mesmerized type of situation, because naturally they don't have to work hard in their brain. In my head, things just flow intellectually out of their mouth, while with me I have to first rack my brain before it actually comes out through my mouth. So to me, that I don't know, I'm just sharing, guys. I'm just sharing with you that sometimes I do see the comments and sometimes I'm thinking I'm being mocked, like, really? But I get the genuine comment that this is coming from the heart and people mean it. But for me, it's like, you have no idea what I had to go through before I actually said what I said. Just like this video, I've been thinking how to say it to make sense so that nobody else will read something totally different out of it. Well, anyways, I can't control what people understand at the end of the day. I'm only responsible for what I say. So yeah, with Ndlozi, I feel like he is on the right track. And he is doing such a great job in catching up with what we've missed out of him. And I pray and I hope he never joins a political party. That will destroy him. I think he is great where he is. He is great where he is because he can stimulate the mind. Not only, see, I'm stimulated already. And not only stimulate the mind, he can also influence the mind to think a little bit deeper. I like all that stuff. I really do. Some people call me a sapiosexual. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And I'm like, but isn't you have to be attracted to the person? Anyways, it is what it is. If I am, cool. I don't have an issue with that. Other than that, guys, let me see you in my next video. Here's the clip and make up your own mind. Goodbye.
Let us remember, South Africans, that it is not in the best interest of justice. I repeat, it's not in the best interest of justice to treat Muanazi as not a whistleblower. Whistleblowers in this country are an endangered species. They get intimidated, they get killed. It's important for all of us, from the most powerful to the most humblest of us, to protect whistleblowers. It's not in the best interest of justice to intimidate Muanazi before he even takes a stand, to rubbish him before he even takes a stand. It doesn't. Whoever does that is not on the side of the people. Because what Muanazi has done is to give an opportunity to the country to uproot corruption, to uproot gangsterism and cartels from the criminal justice system. An opportunity that could have only been given by a whistleblower. Why rubbish him? Why intimidate him? Why make him want to appear? But that when he comes finally in front of whatever inquiry, he is coming in doubt of himself and in doubt of his story. Those of us in society who anticipate his coming to any inquiry by rubbishing him are not on the side of the people. Because our experience with prosecutors, our experience with the police, our experience with politicians on the ground, on the police stations, in the magistrate courts, is that there is a lot of bribery, corruption. And Muanazi has given us an opportunity to uproot that as a country, to restore integrity into the criminal justice system. We must take this opportunity with both hands. We must help, as opposed to treating him as an antagonistic force. There is no mess that he has done. He has exposed the mess. We must accept this opportunity, welcome it, and isolate all the forces that seek to discredit this process. That's my view. And I invite all of us as South Africans that in the interest of the history of whistleblowers in this country who blow the whistle and end up being killed and end up as endangered species, let's protect General Muanazi, all the processes of inquiry. Let us help the process of uprooting corruption.